Hello, my true crime lovelies. How are you? I hope you are as lovely in life as you are in my mind. And if not, I hope you're working on getting there. I have more Sarah Boone text messages. We last left off where Lana had been ill, and so Sarah had to do her own work, and she was kind of salty about it. And one of the things, another vengeance rabbit hole that she jumped down was she wants to file a grievance with the officers who did a shakedown of her after I believe she had a meeting with Billy Lane. She came back, they found contraband like staples or whatever. She was upset that they were searching her things, yada, yada, yada. And so she's got a friend, Jalen, who's helping her figure out like how to complain about this, and the first step is filing a grievance, and so that's what Jalen had said, and Sarah was like, "What do you mean a grievance about what?" And she wanted to know if it was gonna be a class action lawsuit, to which I asked, "Who is in the class?" But obviously, Sarah can't answer me. Wouldn't that be weird if she could? Anyway, let's do the intro. Thank all the members. I'm also verbally thanking all the folks who buy me a coffee. I definitely appreciate you. I'm going to figure out a way to incorporate it into the videos. But thank you. And if you're here watching, don't feel obligated to be a member or buy a coffee. Just you being here watching is plenty for me. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. All right, let's jump on in. So, for the new and uninitiated, let me just run through how this lays out across the page. We've made it too big. The date and the time that it comes through, the direction, it's either incoming to Sarah or outgoing from Sarah, the other party involved, the subject matter, and the message. So we're starting on 8/22 at 12:30. It's incoming from Jalen. Subject regarding it's time. Message about everything. So that's what Sarah's like, what do I write the grievance about? About everything that's happening, the officers, everything, but keep your paperwork. Just tell them. So don't hand over the paperwork. Just write your grievance about everything that's happening. And then that way, the person from internal affairs or whatever can reach out to Sarah, but they have to have that as the instigating or the inciting incident, I guess. 8/22 outgoing to Sedacia Shimmers from Sarah, obviously, regarding the power of support. What an honor to receive such a tremendous, exhilarating, feel-good, double high five message, Sasha. I'm so grateful to have support, especially by such a groundbreaking, exceptional, and understanding person as yourself. They don't make people like you anymore. Flaunt your angel wings, full spread. Thank you immeasurably beyond heart. As said last time, please forgive my delay in replying. As you must know, you have been on my limitless to-do list daily. I did not want you to think I had forgotten about your beauty and strength and pull all aside to take a positive mental break to finally respond. As always, thank you for your understanding. As always, thank you for your understanding. I cannot ever, ever, ever explain what a day in the life of Sarah Boone is truly like. Every day is difficult and hard and wants to appear hopeless. It is not, especially with wonderful human beings as yourself, to pick me back up after falling to ensure my crossing of the finish line. Admire greatly your quote from Mandela. Wait, we are comparing her to Mandela, Sasha? Mm-mm. Sasha. We've gone a step too far. Your support increases my drive to keep going in so many ways. As a fellow human being, I am overdue in just being. This is exhausting. There's never enough hours in the day, and I'm saying that in jail. The judge's ludicrous decisions and poor judgments are only a greater challenge to better my heart and mind and stamina, and allows me to see how many more good people that believe in me there are in the whole world. I can't do this without you or my other many fellow supporters you state are out there with their pom poms too. Thank you. So, yes, that was a theme in the last one too. Lots of pom poms, bull horns. For some reason, she's like a gladiator or some kind of in some sort of match against someone, the state perhaps, and people are rallying with pom poms. Not what I would be thinking, like, should some alternate universe land me in a murder trial where I zip my boyfriend in a suitcase, but hey, it's Sarah. I absolutely encourage and welcome all positivity in all aspects. Please forward your choice comments and feel goods. Will be an instant smile and a daily reference, as is your message you sent me. Yes, I read yours almost every day to lift my head and spirits. Thank you, Sasha. In regards to fundraising and financial support, I am not ever going to discourage someone's generosity and kindness. I am an advocate not only for myself, but everyone who has, is, or may go through any of what I am experiencing. Do what you can in the right way. In the right way, you can do it for the right people. I am used to having nothing, and everything has been attempted to be taken from me. My greater focus is beyond commissary, if you are offering. But again, I will never impede kindness. I am grateful for your gifts of wisdom and virtual hugs and meaningful smiles. For now, you are. How long you gonna keep writing her if she ain't kicking you no ends, girl? No, please. And remember that. It's the thought that counts. Provide some good to others on my behalf. A little of anything good in all of this is epic, including yourself. And yes, the not guilty is coming. Well, that didn't age well. Mickey Mouse double high five two. Mickey Mouse, big hands for your above and beyond. Unbelievable gesture for court close. I am speechless. Yes, I graciously accept your contribution to look good, feel good. Who are you? Such a surprise that adds even greater brilliance and brightness to your being. I want to say this because one of the comments was like, I was being fooled by Lana from the messages that it was Lana who was love bombing Sarah. But we see this pattern, right? Everybody that can give Sarah something, she love bombs him because before she didn't want to have anything to do with Sasha because Sasha is transgender. But once Sasha offered something to her, she love bombs her. Like she does this consistently. So I just feel like whoever is saying that is being obtuse. Like clearly Sarah is a love bomber. Not just to Lana, but to everyone. It just reminded me when she said, "Who are you?" Because she kept saying that to Lana. Such a surprise that adds even greater brilliance and brightness to your being. I would love to see your ideas. I'm 5'3", 135 pounds, size 6 shoe. So excited. We can collaborate more once the time gets closer for exact instructions for me to receive. Sasha, yes, I want to be my girly girl self again. Is that the pink shorts, heifer? 'Cause that was not girly girl. Oh my God. Even if but for a brief moment, in a skirt or a dress with color and softness and realism. I've been wearing pants for almost 5 years. So you can imagine my eagerness to actually look pretty and wear clothes someone else has not prior. You seem to be the type, too, whose taste is not all in their mouth. I don't know what to make of that. Bring it. Love it. Thank you. Wow. For jewelry and makeup, I am unsure, but we'll find out and let you know. That truly goes above and beyond. And I am not used to anyone as yourself, Sasha. I am not used to anyone as yourself with so much kindness and support. Spread your angel wings. I cannot thank you enough ever, Sasha, for what you are offering of your genuine love and admiration. It is reciprocated in spades. You are my serenity, happiness, and peace. And I had to come to jail to know there are real, truly great, and lovely people still on this great planet. Thank you for making it greater. You do. Don't forget I'm here. I am getting stronger every moment, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually because of you. Pass on the others, good vibes too when you have time, as I am very much looking forward to hearing. Hug anyone and everyone you can for me all day. For my short message to the Sasha supporters of Sarah Boone you asked me for, here is my heart. God gives us one life. It is everyone's choice how to live your one life. And in between, life happens to all of us, no matter where you are, who you are, what people say about you, what little you may have or not, or what off road or beaten path you've traveled on. You are beautiful. You must not let anyone steal your joy, faith, or heart. Never let anyone dim your light, but rather gather all the lessons and blessings and miracles in any circumstances that may try to take your light and make it even brighter. Blind them with your goodness and ingenuity and beauty inside and out. There's only one you in your one life. Sounds like a soap opera. One life to live. Own it, master it, conquer it. Top model.
Oh my God. Focus.
No matter what, when, why, where, no matter. And together. Fellowship and love and hard work, picking one another up and learning to fly together. Just love, no matter what. One body, one mind, one heart. And never be afraid to stand out. There will always be a certain expectation of those who do things differently. Different is often misunderstood, but don't be afraid of that or anything. That divergence is where glory resides. Graciously learn from others who don't become them. Never let anyone try to minimize your greatness. It's too big to contain. Allow your wild, brave spirit to boldly flourish. Don't waste your magic by trying to be just like everyone else. Be beautiful. YOUTIFUL. Sarah Boone. Don't forget to smile. No outfit is complete without one. Annie. You cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It is in your spirit or it is nowhere. Ursula K. Le Guin, writer. But he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I shall come forth as gold. Job 23:10. Okay. 8:22 outgoing to Lana regarding August 22nd, 9:30 p.m. Outgoing to Lana from Sarah regarding James Owens reviews. Oh my God. He still is not her lawyer yet. He's not taking it. I'm sick to my stomach. I just called him as he requested. I think he's twisted and was toying with me just to see what I'd do. The things he was saying for reasons why were blunt and uncensored, knowing he was on a recorded line. Uncensored. I told him he is a wicked, despicable person for consuming my time. Yours and Billy's. The hope he gave me just to abandon and mock me. I said, he is not all he makes himself out to be. How sick it was for him to show me pictures of his children. Even told me his daughter never leaves the house from anxiety from his first wife, their mom, committing suicide. Oh no, I didn't know that happened. That didn't Bruce Rivers' first wife commit suicide too? Michael's mom? Yikes. That's rough. His dogs, his bodybuilder, tattooed wife, who he told how much he loved me and had all his feel goods about taking my case. He got his colleagues involved on the phone, promised me my phone, Lana. He never showed me a picture he took of the suit he said he was going to buy me for trial. I hung up on him after he kept saying how manipulative I am. Mind fuck. Heartbreak. No strength. I hope you lay into him. Is there a way to report him to the bar? I hope you're okay. Haven't heard from you and need you. Please be okay. I'm not. I'll call you tomorrow. Incoming, it's 8:22, 10:45 from Christina Pena. Hey, bestie heart. Hey, did you get packages? 4 or 3 question marks. And were you able to order a good amount of stuff? 3 question marks. And wouldn't let me book anything yet. So we'll try again this week. We'll try again next week. And my mom, new kitten I got for her for free. The mom got killed and had FOR babies. He's so little and his name is Grayson. Well, love you and call me whenever you get a chance. I will answer. Love ya. 5 exclamation points. 143. Heart, heart, heart. 8:23, 12:16 a.m. Incoming from Lana regarding James Owens reviews. OMG, I am furious. When I am through with him, he's going to be sorry he ever messed with you. I'm going to do worse than lodge a complaint with the bar, only to have him wiggle his slimy ass out of it. I'm going to blast him where it hurts the most, his pocketbook. He was nervous about losing revenue by representing you. Wait until the blistering reviews I put on, which is a valid concern, right? Not only he'd have to put his cases on hold, but other people may not want to mess with him after representing her. You know what I'm saying? Wait until the blistering reviews I put on every single platform that he exists on. Google, the bar, LinkedIn, Yelp, Avo, Law Review, and every other public venue I can find. I'm also going to email the lawyer you know and tell him what happened. Unlike this asshole, he actually cares that you are treated fairly.
Okay.
He has a voice and viewers. I don't know if he will say something, but he will know what happened. Why would he get involved in this? I will also write Ask Law and find out if his actions are sanctionable by the bar.
What did he do wrong?
I'm so confused. What did Sarah say he did wrong? The way he talked on the phone. He showed pictures of his children. He shared a tragedy in his family with you. Showed you a suit that he was going to buy you for trial. He's not taking it. Maybe he's not taking the case. Oh, maybe this is the part where he was trying to get a deal for her, and then that part came out, and he didn't want to deal with her. But I don't know what the bar has to do with this. Or Peter. Okay. I will also write Ask Law and find out if his actions are sanctionable by the bar. I can't write a complaint to them without referencing law and statute, so I need to find out. He wasn't going to represent you, though, so I'm not sure how you're writing this. I think this was all an elaborate plan to knock you down a peg by dangling the carrot only to snatch it away. What a stupid thing to do. I think he really needs professional help. What does Billy say about him? I'm curious as to his feelings since he was there and I couldn't be. This is when I feel like I'm a million miles away from you, but never in my heart. This guy had all the right credentials, but he was a husk of a man on the inside. The more I think about it, the more this man is going to be eternally and inexorably sorry. Inexorably and yeah, I think that's it. If it's not, you know what it means. Sorry forever what he did. You do realize he isn't going to get to slink back to Pensacola without repercussions. What he did was nothing short of emotional abuse.
Wow.
Sarah, I am always here for you. It's going to be okay. He tried to tear you down and he failed. He didn't realize who he was dealing with. He picked the wrong woman this time. Wasn't that a line from Pretty Woman? You don't know who you're dealing with. You picked the wrong girl. Was that Pretty Woman? Let me know, ladies. Or gents. You may know. Interesting. It's such vitriol if he said if the only thing he did was say he didn't want to take the case, especially considering, I mean, he ended up taking it to trial. Yikes. I wonder if he read this discovery. He didn't realize who he was dealing with. He picked the wrong woman this time. If he thinks you're going to crumple up into the fetal position and get depressed, wrong. You're going to spit on his memory and dance on his idiotic attempt to tear you down. Sarah Boone does not kowtow to anyone or anything. He can shove his law credentials up his ass and sit and spin. Sorry, I'm really angry. She is, because she normally doesn't cuss in text messages. Anyways, do not let him have 1 second of bad feelings from you. Do not give him one tear, one moment of weakness, one instant of consideration. He is an asshole, and he is going to pay. Yikes. 8:23, 12:47 a.m. incoming from Lana. Another message regarding James Owens reviews. You mentioned the blunt and uncensored things he said on the phone, knowing it was recorded, right? Since they are recorded and he said them to defame you, can you sue him for slander?
How? Why would that be slander? Who defames someone to their face?
Defamation of character, emotional distress, double question mark. This is when I feel so inadequate to help you in terms of my non-existent knowledge of the law. I wanted to ask you this question on here, not the phone. I do not want to call or text this guy, but I almost want to get what he said on record as ammunition. I suspect this was his plan all along. Was he trying to get back at you for what he believed you did to past lawyers? Question mark, question mark. If I could prove that there must be a way to get him into trouble for misuse of his legal credentials. I just want to know if it is possible. You have all the law library resources and you have the ear of the world. This is not the thing to be focusing on, ladies. She still doesn't have a lawyer. If he's taking it down and now we're diverting all of her energy on vengeance on Owens. She still hasn't looked at her discovery. This makes me nervous. This is what happens when we get run away with our emotions and not logic. Because you could do all that later. It would still stand. I'm sure if this is a thing, the statute of limitations is not months. It's got to be at least a year. Like, get through the trial, you know? You have the ear of the world. You write letters that make hundreds of thousands of people listen to you.
Listen and laugh, girl. They listen and laugh.
Your ad got a 44-minute court TV episode, double exclamation point. You have much more power than I, a complete nobody, do. What this guy did is part of your story now, and he could be demolished in a documentary about your case. You have tons of power. All I can do is bruise his heel. You can crush his neck. Ouch. Don't mess with Lana. Incoming from Jalen Lawson on August 23rd at 1:32 a.m. regarding It's Me. I'm having someone look into your case. They will let me know if they can take it or not. Worst case, contact this person. He has a lot of criminal cases, so contact him ASAP. Have they came and talked to you yet? Did you submit the grievance? Because that's the only way you will be able to make a complaint. Bigney Law Firm, yada yada. 8:23, outgoing to Lana regarding James Owens review. Hey, still sick. I'll call you later if that's all right. I don't know your schedule, but let me know when you're available, please. Right now it's 7:15 a.m. your time. Is that right? I thought she's only an hour behind. It's 9:44 Sarah's time. These clocks must be off. Can't be 9:44 in one location and like 44 minutes after the hour and then 15 minutes after the hour in another location. It's the hours that change. Don't forget the Delapines. They should know also, Lana. I am sick. Love you. Thanks for being mad too. So much to tell you. Incoming from Lana to Sarah regarding James Owens at 9:59. Oh, I'm up and definitely available now. I'll be available for most of the day. The only time I'm not is dinner time around 6 to 9. But after and before that, I'm wide open. The best time is before 5:30 p.m. your time. And you just answered a very important question I had for you. You read my mind. I will let the Delapines know this chapter on emotional abuse should be in the documentary. I want James Owens' ugliness immortalized. He doesn't get to hit my friend with impunity. I thought some sleep would cool me down. No, I am so pissed. My family is giving me space. He has yet to call me, but I'm this close to calling him and ripping him a new one. Or I may text him for the written record. I'm going back and forth on that. You know, he didn't win. You are still innocent. Well, because she hasn't gone to trial, you mean, right? Not because she's really innocent. It's we got to prove her guilty, right? Because she locked him in there and she videotaped it. His crap reflects on him, not you. I want to know why he showed you a suit he wanted to buy you if he wasn't ready to make any kind of decision on representing you. If he liked it, he should have put a ring on it. Should have put a ring on it. And it uncovers the reason why he wanted you to keep filing motions to the judge for an attorney. He was trying to hurt you through the judge. No, he was probably trying to get paid, girl. He already had a law practice in full swing, cases that were ongoing. But sure, okay. He was trying to hurt you through the judge. He wanted to prejudice Kranick. What a complete fool. Did he think he was doing the Lord's work and feeling badly for Bankowitz or Cashman and wanted to get revenge by jerking around Big Bad Boone? I'd love to know if your investigator dug up anything usable on him. I have very violent thoughts I shouldn't talk about on here or on the phone. Lol, I don't want to get you into trouble. You're supposed to be the calm one who never hates a soul. Haha. If a James Owens were on the side of the road injured, I would keep walking. Metaphorically, said the woman in the wheelchair. If he were drowning, I'd break out the popcorn. Okay, I better STFU. I'm really mad and it's not good for my health.
Thank you for thinking of yourself, Lana.
Lol, I take enough blood pressure medicine as it is, and I want my words for him to be ice cold, not out of control in rage. I think she's just as mad because Sarah is that mad. I don't know. I didn't get that vibe from her. I mean, obviously these are her words and she's writing it, but I don't know. Make of it what you will. I know you will. I don't need to tell y'all. 8:23, 6:44 p.m. incoming from Lana. I feel bad having to tell you about this, is the subject line. Hey, you. I wish this was something like some idiot haters or stupid YouTubers making snide comments about you because I could just ignore them and not bring you down by giving them any airtime on our friendship. I simply would ignore them. But I had a feeling that the closer you got to trial, the crazier that some people would get. This newcomer, deep diver, criminal intentions, ex or by Katrina Marie. For future reference, I'm going to simply refer to her as KM because that is one long ass name. Just uploaded a 10-minute video about your younger brother, John Tyler. She uncovered that he is a registered underage ex offender and that he was jailed on June 18th, 2021. He is out on bond, but I'm not sure if he pled to something. I'm not digging into his case unless you want me to, but the underage thing makes me sad, and now it's out. I'm so sorry I had to tell you about this. I can understand now why you didn't talk about him at all. My heart just was hurt all day today. Dan is staying late at work to do a happy hour with former coworkers, so I'm on my own to just process everything that has happened and everything I'm going to do. I let the Delapines know what happened with asshat James and that they have got to come through for you with legal help. I just wrote them about it about 19 minutes ago, so I'll tell you what they say, unless they talk to you directly now that they can. I hope they do because it would be a lot more effective with direct communication. Yes. No middleman, no middlewoman. Anyways, BT Dub, I'm only an hour behind you. This morning your message was from 9:27 and in the middle of it you said it was 7:15 my time. I looked up and my clock said 8:30, hey? Well, before I mentioned not being able to talk to you after 5 for a couple of hours, that's no longer true. I'm by myself, so call anytime if you can. We do not have to talk about your brother on the phone or anytime. I know you didn't want to talk about that subject, and after letting you know about this, I won't be talking about him unless there is news or you want to talk about something. Sigh. My head physically hurts. So does my heart. Please let next week be better. So that saddens me because she's concerned about Sarah's feelings of the news of her brother's misbehavior getting out, but was not concerned about George's family's feelings about the news of his brother's bad behavior getting out. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. 8:23, 10:30 p.m. outgoing from Lana. Oh, sorry, from Sarah to Lana. Updates and information, all caps is the subject. Hi, where have you been? Are you okay? Taking a mental break from me? Miss you. Need you. Sorry for everything. One, brother. It is what it is, Lana. I knew he had been arrested before a long time ago, but not for what? And he's my older brother. So he was arrested again. The girl he was seeing told him she was older than what was true, and that was years ago. No. It's a pattern now. Years ago, he was dating a girl who was not of legal age, and now in 2021, is that what she said? He's caught again dating a woman who is not, or a child. Hold on, sorry guys. Yeah, in 2021, dating an underage girl. And this one, I think he had moved her into his house. The mom was looking for her. Anyway, of course, in Sarah's mind, that's not a big deal. Even though now this is a pattern, she's trying to project a pattern of domestic violence on the Torres family. Where's the proof, ma'am? He's out on bail. How much was it and who paid? He doesn't know anybody who would do that for him. What are the last 5 entries on his case docket? What does his most recent arrest affidavit say? Girl, she is not your manager, and this has nothing to do with your case. I don't want to talk about him regularly, but he does not do what he's being accused by this terrible girl, if that's the same one. She avoided me at all costs because I knew what she did to him more than once by lying about him to get her way.
Oh, sounds like you, sir.
Lying on people to get her way? Wonder where she got that from. Maybe that's a pattern in your family history that attracted your brother to this girl, if it's true. She's mental. The mother is the one who made the stink about it. You can tell me what you may find. I love him and miss him and at least know he's still alive. What on earth did she make a 10-minute video about him? Why would I be upset by you telling me this? It has no bearing on my case, and it's an instant civil suit. No, it's not. But see, even Sarah's twisting it like the George's brother was a big deal, but her brother's like, why would I care? It's a civil suit. No, it's not, ma'am. It's criminal. You can't have sex with minors if you're an adult. Can you message her and ask what the specific reason is for her posting this information and video? Oh, wait, maybe she's talking about the YouTuber there and not. I was thinking she was talking about the young lady. Maybe she's talking about both of them when she says she's mental. The mother also, that has to be the victim. Anyway, okay. You guys tell me what you think it is. I think she's talking about both of them. So when she talks about the video, she's talking about the YouTuber. Why would I be upset? Okay, can you message her and ask what the specific reason is for her posting this information and video? I then will know her response to record for future use in said civil suit. Oh, she means a civil suit against the YouTuber. She is so delusional. She doesn't have to tell you her reason because she wanted to, damn it. Somebody asked me that the other day. Why did I mention my son's birth or blood type? Because I felt like it. And what about it? She felt like making this video, ma'am. Let's see. If she is expecting major hate to be had for me to help prove me guilty. Oh, she said in said civil lawsuit, please, is she expecting major hate to be had for me to help prove me guilty? Question mark. And then 3 asterisk. Ask her to post about George's brother. I'm not going to say his name. Tell her if she wants ratings and a good story, look into that one. Seriously, Lana, will you? 2. Awful Owens. So Satan didn't call you? I didn't think he would.
I just thought I would ask.
I see Billy tomorrow and we'll see what he has to say. I know he's going to be sick too, as it means he has to do everything still on top of his other clients and trials he's in right now. Oh, he's going to be pissed as hell, especially making him drive almost 2 hours on Wednesday for a 30-minute meeting with Owens' colleagues on the phone, talking about my case and explanations with details, just to decline and make me call the next day to say all he did on the phone, full force and uncensored after receiving all of that information, and from Billy too. I don't know why God allowed that to happen to all of us. This was really mean. Oh no, not somebody being mean to Sarah. Whoa, imagine. Truly, did you look into contacting the bar? What are you going to say to him, honestly, and uncensored? How can we really make a lasting impression on him? I know I say you will never understand how I feel. You really don't know about this. I'm sick to my stomach all the time and have the walnut in my throat from wanting to scream and cry and tear my hair out and fall to the ground, pounding my fist. Who does this, Lana? And to say all he did to all of us, me especially, to get me to talk and share case details, making me believe he was taking my case and cared. He knows almost everything from the questions he asked me. Who does this? Mind fuck and sadness. I'm just shocked and sick all day. And since last night when he wanted me to call to discuss my case, out of my mind, Lana. My heart is closed and my soul feels like a fool for hoping and believing. What did I do to deserve that? Lay into him like no one ever before, all caps, all run together. Collect your thoughts, all of them, before you make contact so you make it count. I do believe also you should make verbal statements to him. I want to know what he says and his lies, with follow-up messages to have on record if needed, futuristically. Report him like no one ever before. Never before. Thank you. I'm sorry. 3, Delapines. I haven't heard back from the Delapines from my message I wrote. You mean that nasty little missive you sent about you need money, you need an attorney, you don't need suggestions and questions and endless back and forth? I wonder why they're taking so long to get back to you. Hopefully, between the two of us, we'll get a better response. They are probably shocked by mine and apologizing in advance for the emphatic pleas I made for help and representation. Their message was so general and plastic to me, with no information except his phone number and email address I can't use. Why aren't they getting this contract thing together so I can get representation and you whatever you need? What are they supposed to be getting her? I missed that, you guys. Let me know if you picked it up. I'm nervous too with all they are offering, with all that I'm going to be responsible for to justify their gifts. Sign my life away in blood? Why is it taking their legal team so long to generate? Is this going to be another waste of time and heartache if I don't decide to sign my life away with all access before my trial? Are they going to pack up and leave with nothing for either of us? Once the contract is signed, if then they come here and begin, the process will be even longer to receive anything. Remember, Lana, my trial is supposed to be in less than 6 weeks. How are they going to do all of this before? You just answered your own question, ma'am. They're not going to do it all before, and probably they're going to wait till as close to the trial as possible to get this contract signed. But what are they supposed to be getting Lana? I'm very confused. I'm waiting to see their responses for you and me and this contract. Now I'm conditioned. Everything is too good to be true and not what it appears. PTSD, being serious for Billy. There's other things I wanted to talk to you about, but I just don't remember right now. Tomorrow is a huge day for me and Billy to hopefully complete all of the objections to the state's evidence. I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably because you haven't looked at the evidence. It's kind of hard to object, man, when you haven't looked at what you're meant to be objecting to. Get off this damn tablet and get to work. When does she have time to look at her discovery? Like, she has the 8 hours a day, but I mean, is it me or does she spend these 8 hours on the tablet chit chatting about bullshit? Then after that, like, it's not big enough. We have to rebut the denial of the psychologist I need for my expert witness. Then I have to secure an expert cell phone analyst to get my phone and download properly. And finally, and I have the evidence review next Friday at the sheriff's department. Jesus, God help me. Okay, so we're getting close because we know the Friday that she looks at the evidence is the Friday that Owen submits his notice of appearance. It was before that Labor Day weekend. So this is going to be an exciting week. 5, OCCD fully retaliating. The sergeant in corp who pulled me into the private room with no witnesses to tell me no to everything and stop asking called the spiteful officer to tell me to put up the tablet in the middle of me writing down case law. I asked if they could use that energy and application towards getting the dorm laundry soap, as we haven't done laundry in over a week. And that means she's not getting her internal coins, right? Because we know she does laundry for other people, for money and favors and zuzus and wham whams. I know some of you guys said it's zoom zooms. I heard it from my aunt since I was like a little kid that it was zuzu. So that stuck in my mind. You hear whatever you want to hear. I'll say what I have in my mind. I feel like it's the lyrics when you're like, you read the lyrics to a song you've sang for years and you're like, oh, wait, what? So it's zuzus for me. She's not getting her zuzus because they're short on laundry. I was yelled at to get away from the desk and kept on my bunk. Now I have to hope I can take a shower before my meeting tomorrow morning if it's the same officer. Sick, Lana. The devil is a liar. Love you so much. I hope to call you tomorrow after the meeting. I'm so sorry. Outgoing to Christina, 8:23, 10:43 p.m. regarding, hey, bestie, heart, friend forever, all caps. No, the packages are only delivered on Monday, so I won't know until then. I'll keep you posted. Thank you. Love you. To be honest, I haven't even checked my account and only bought bare minimum to keep in the positive since I don't know when the next time he blessed by you for help with commissary. You know I'm used to nothing God provides. You too. Plus, I'll hopefully receive your care packages Monday. Grayson is adorable. How did the mom die? Did you find him here in Florida or are you on a trip or on your trip? Send some pics when you can of anything, everything. Why can't you schedule a visit? WTF. Please keep trying. Maybe on Sunday when they reset. Don't forget, please. So, miss you. How's Zaid? Pictures? Have you talked to Miss Diane? Going to church anytime soon with her and Frankie? She loves you so much. Me too. Him the most. There's so much I could tell you. Crazy ass shit in my case. Really fucked up. Hopefully, the next time I see you or on the phone when I call you, look up George's brother's mugshot. He stabbed his girlfriend to death in the head. There's other craziness to tell you too, but this is for starters. The other will make you mad for real. Lana had to take off a day off from fuming. No, I love you beyond words so much. I'll call, I promise. Don't forget to schedule a visit and send pictures. Love you. All caps, 7 at least exclamation points. 8:24 incoming from Lana at 12:43 a.m. regarding updates and information. Of course, I'm not taking a mental break from you. I wrote you twice waiting for you to call me or write me back. I was worried you were on lockdown and being kept away from communicating, or you were pissed at me for suggesting to make contact with Owens in the first place. I have news for you. One, brother, I purposely didn't look up anything to do with him or his cases. But if you are asking questions, are you asking me to research him and let you know? I actually don't know where to look. Which county was he arrested in jail? Do you remember? I was unclear whether it was Orlando or Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Do you guys know anything about why her brother would be in Oklahoma? For example, you are in Orange, George's brother in Seminole. If you want the info, I'll find it for you. 2, James Owens. Hey, you owe me a candy bar. He called me tonight. OMG, when I saw his name on my caller ID, I bit my lip until it bled. Ugh. I picked up and decided to play dumb. I told him that Sarah had told me that you said you weren't going to take her case after all. I asked him, what happened? His response was that you got into a fight. He told me what the fight was about and that he had gotten pissed and ended the meeting. Oh, so this is one of the fights in the IMS report, remember? And they came in and told them to tamp it down. Interesting. But he ended the meeting. Then he said you called him and he was still upset over what happened. And he told me you called him evil incarnate and hung up on him. Sarah had to stifle a laugh when he said that. Anyways, he told me he had a chance to cool down and then he regretted how your in person and phone meeting ended. He said he has bought a plane ticket expressly to come back and meet with you again in jail to smooth things over and make up. Those are his words. And he has decided that yes, he is going to represent you. I told him, listen to me very carefully. If you are jacking my friend around for your amusement, I won't let you get away with it. You had better be on the level and quit this wishy-washy bullshit, and it's got to quit right now. He responded, listen, please. I'm telling you the truth. I am going back there because I have made the decision to be her lawyer if she will have me. Why would I spend nearly $2,000 on a ticket to expressly fly down there for no other purpose than to see her if I'm playing games? I told him, I mean it, James. It's time to piss or get off the pot. Do not waste her time and get her hopes up. She is my friend. You had be on the level. Probably you better have be on the level. No more games. No, will you or won't you? He was adamant about deciding to represent you. I told him you might refuse to see him. Girl, you better not. You and Billy don't have a chance. I told him I'm not going to convince her to see you. I'll tell her what you said and I'll tell her you want to meet and I am telling her that you want to make up and you have decided to represent her. I told him if she meets you, you better not waver. He told me that he had met with the state while he was there and they had offered a manslaughter plea months ago with 15 years. So he admits it because they did offer it with Cashman. She had negotiated that with 15 years. He said you had talked about 10 years, but the state wouldn't budge on it. Oh, so that was the negotiation. They had offered 15. She knew that from Cashman. She wanted 10. He countered and they weren't moving on it. He then said his plan was to fight for your acquittal. So that's it. I wrote up a bunch of stuff and was about to blast his reviews, but I had said to myself that if he didn't call me back by Friday, that they were all going up and I was going to do as much scorched earth damage as I could on him. Well, luckily for him, he called and said the only thing that could get me to press pause on my plans. Wait, well, luckily for him, he called and said the only thing that could get me to press pause on my plans. I don't get it. So it's your decision. He plans on meeting with you. He said he called Billy but didn't hear back from him. I don't have attorney-client privilege, so I can't talk about the subject your two had the falling out over. This message system is monitored just like the phone is. So I'm not going to ask you to incriminate yourself. So I'm putting up the do not respond warning on this part. Just suffice it to say that she was telling you the truth and I stand behind how she said things went down. You are my friend, Sarah, not him. I kept myself in check because I know you really need a lawyer. I didn't want to torture Bridge if there was any kind of hope in repairing or rebuilding it. He sounded adamant that he wanted to represent you, that he wanted to make up. He wanted to fight the case to win your freedom. Do I trust him? It isn't for me to say anymore. My emotions are clouding my reason. Oh, wise woman. I asked him what he thought of you in person. He responded that you were bright, articulate, and you were really likable. What Sarah was in the room with him? Not Sarah Catherine Paulson that we know. Maybe the actress showed up. He then said, actually, she is lovable. I said, you need to treat her like that then. Okay, my boss is awake. What time is it? 5:41 a.m. You need to treat her like that then. So there is my news. He said he has to be in court on Wednesday, so he planned to fly over from Sunday to Tuesday night. He wants to meet with you to make up and to represent you. I was waiting around for you to call me on Friday. I figured you were tied up, but you can call me on Saturday. I'm sorry I couldn't say to talk more Wednesday night because I bought tickets to see Alien Romulus with my son. Oh, I don't have any other movies to see. I have Dialysis on Sarah, You're My Friend. I think this is from her copying and pasting. Because remember, she types it outside and then copies and pastes it because she lost it that one time. Talking to you makes me smile. When you are hurt, I am hurt. Why would I want or need a mental break from you, girl? What? I'm not easily swayed by anything. You know that. Of all the things you have to stress about. Anyways, I put $20 into your commissary for that candy bar. Well, maybe for a couple more things too. When you get out, you owe me one. Haha. If you meet with Owens, I'll call it even. But if he jacks you around anymore or says anything other than I am going to represent you after you two make up or whatever, I'm going to make him pay. Incoming from Lana to Sarah. That was embarrassing. 8:24 at 1:43 p.m. So this is, yikes, 1:43. The other one was 12:43, so an hour later. I'm coming, Pookalooka. I'll be right there. Subject, that was embarrassing. I was hoping you'd call me, so I requested to have dialysis in the isolation room, or ISO as it's called, so you wouldn't have to hear the cacophony of the alarms and I could talk to you on speaker so I could access my phone if you needed me to look something up or I could write notes. First, I forgot my headphone, dongle, so my son had to run it to me on his way to work. Then, OMG, you heard the employee bathroom was flushing toilets, washing hands, and who the hell knows what else. Dropping deuces. Yes. Hi. Hi. How you doing? You're up early. Speaking of dropping deuces, what would have happened? And what knows what else? I'm sorry about that. That is so embarrassing. What would have happened if there were some unwanted bodily function sounds before the toilet flushing noises? Jesus, I'm not going to ask for ISO again if I know you're going to call. I'd rather have you hear the incessant machine alarms beeping. I think I'm going to go home and hide behind the couch. I have to go die from embarrassment now. Lol. I'd love to meet Billy. It sounds like both of us are working in parallel with each other. And from what you've described, he'd make a great friend. But then again, anyone who's a friend to you is already awesome in my book. Blech. I'm like that though. Speaking of brothers, my older brother and I are very, very close. He is the one who gave me his kidney 14 years ago without a moment of hesitation. I had a good friend who eventually sparked up a relationship with him. He fell in love with her, and I thought she had done the same thing. Fast forward a year, and I found out she was cheating with him behind his back with an a-hole ex-boyfriend who treated her like shite. When he found out and told me, that was the end of it. Didn't matter how close Nikki and I were or how many years we were thick as thieves. Mistreat my brother, and she was dead to me. I never said one word to her again. The Bible says to forgive in Mark 11:25, but she never got 1 ounce of friendship back. You can't unscramble an egg. My point in telling you this is, if anyone jacks with Sarah Boone, they can pound sand. More? Okay. Please hold. All right. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to go to the end of this page. Okay. If anyone jacks with Sarah Boone, they can pound sand. I'm not talking about a fixable fight, because then eventually there's no one left. But mistreat Sarah, and I'm taking issue. I know you are talking about a multi-round fight with the appellate and all, but I have been pushing for your acquittal. Right. Because appeals are for losers. I believe in you becoming a free woman. That did not age well. In truth, you have a better chance with a lawyer than pro se. And if he doesn't go the distance after signing on, I think he will. The judge would not let him withdraw. I agree with that. It still will likely be a multi-round fight. Having a lawyer doesn't jeopardize the major breaches in justice that Kranik and his predecessor Wooten have inflicted on you. I see you have the benefits and none of the risk in taking this guy on. And his desperation in realizing you don't get manipulated puts you in the driver's seat. Really? You see Owens as desperate? I'd say any risk are his. You can get him to do what you had planned to do all along, just more easily, as his credentials will keep Kranik and the legal establishment from bullying you around. You would get things that the media can't access, like the evidence hearing. The news wouldn't have been invited in had you had a lawyer. That's not true. The lawyer mentioned that in your motion. Mention what? That the news wouldn't have been invited in? No. She could have had a separate location outside, which she's going to end up doing anyway this Friday, but not that the media, there's case law that the media can be there. Oh my God. I wish he and Kay spokes. I would love to know what he thinks of it. Maybe he and I? Maybe it's a misstroke. I don't know. Okay. I would love to know what he thinks of it. Listen, I know you're scared about the whole thing, the trial, the future. You will never be alone. There are people who love you. Billy and I are and always will be with you. Really, Billy? After the money? The dollar bills run out? I feel like Billy cares about you more than just investigator and client. And I have never met him. You can meet this lawyer and know that no matter what he says or does, either tomorrow or going forward, you are not alone. You don't ever have to face things by yourself. And someday it won't be James Owens who flies there. It will be me. And I have faith and hope that it's going to be when you are free. Outgoing from Sarah to Ashley Harris on August 24th, 9:57 p.m. Love you. My long lost friend, haven't heard from you in a while and thinking of you often. I hope you are radiating with God's glory and beauty and goodness. I miss you so much. Send pictures when you can. So miss you. How's your son? Better, I hope. And helping rather than hurting. I hope too, when you write me back, you have many good things to share. The fact you are here to feel the sun on your face is a good day, lovely friend. It's a good day. We know how your good days go, Sarah. I hope it's not that good. It was a good day. We were having a good time. Ah, and then George, it was a good day to have a good day. Not on that day, obviously. Um, I have to double check because last time you guys said I skipped when Sarah said her taxpayer dollars went to something. The fact you are here to feel the sun on your face is a good day, lovely friend. I hear your voice in my head and your laugh, and it makes me feel so blessed to know you're my friend. More than you know, ever. I've been making many believers in here, bringing them to the light. Carolyn, come to the light, Carolyn. And one of the best references of obedience and commitment comes from you. When you fasted from speaking, mind blown, still to this day. Imagine Sarah fasting from speaking. It would be a great day. How long was this fast? Do you remember? I tell them what a force you are for him and count your blessings and miracles every minute of every day, no matter where you are. Another reason I'd like for you to send more pics when you can, to show them another disciple in our fellowship. So impressed. Heart, keep it up, girlfriend. Angel, soldier, sister in Christ, I miss you. I do not like when people call me girlfriend. I'm like a full grown ass woman. Right? Oh my God. Think of you and always wishing many good everything's your way. Love you always. Stay beautiful, heart. Then a bunch of scriptures that she's quoting for her own purposes. Faith to sight, heart. Prayer to praise, heart. Love, love, love you, heart. Outgoing to Christina from Sarah, 8:24 at 10:11 p.m. Subject, hello. Friend, where are you? Miss you so much. Now she got 2 packages and $70 on her books, and she's still harassing this poor young lady. Heart, thinking about you. Heart, you've been in my thoughts and on my heart a lot lately. Ooh. You have been in my thoughts and on my heart a lot lately. So I pray you are well and smiling. You know, I love you always, no matter where you are. Check in, please, when you have a minute. Look forward to hearing from you. So many tens have come and gone since your departure, but by far and always, you are the best. The things I could tell you, I roll, screaming inside. What does that mean? So many tens. But you are the best. Like, 10's like good looking? What does that mean? Whatever things are true, whatever are things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report. Oh, we're quoting again. If there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Philippians something TTFN, heart. Incoming from Lana today, August 25th. It's coming in at 5:14 a.m. Hey you, I hope you have a great Sunday. Today is a bit of a day of remembering for me, so I will not be around as much as usual. Today is the anniversary of the day my father died. I was with him when he passed of leukemia. I loved him very much, and it took a long time to get over his passing. I don't believe we get over passings. I feel like we learn to manage our emotions better as time goes on, you know? Let me know what your thoughts are. I take this day basically to myself or with my mother if she is up to it. Today, I'm remembering him by watching the last movie my parents and I watched before he died, the Pixar movie Brave. Oh, my mom and I will be watching it together on the phone as she is in Michigan and I live in Minnesota. I love this. So I'm giving you a heads up in case, just to let you know I'm sort of unplugging from the internet today. Anyways, I wish you all the good feels in the world. Do something that makes you feel happy and free today. Talk to you soon. Love you to the moon, my friend. Outgoing to Lana 841 on the same day regarding today, August 25th. I absolutely understand heart. You still love him, not loved. What a meaningful heart you have in so many ways, Lana. Just know your dad is with you in spirit and is part of you, a big part. I hope you have a lovely memory filled, smiling day. I always tell people to love their parents and family dearly no matter what, since they still have them. Remember, I have none and miss dearly my mom very much. I've actually been thinking about her a lot lately and hope she's helping me from heaven. She ain't, girl. I need it from everyone everywhere. So miss. I don't know what's happening with Jack today. So unless it's something, I'll let you know tomorrow. I think that's James. I don't know what to do if he does come. I think I'm going to do what you said with the silence and staring to see how he starts. I'm going to lay down the law. He's the manipulator. To me, that lacks trust, which makes me nervous, which is the fundamental, basic, and a must characteristic of an attorney. It's funny how she didn't trust any of the attorneys. Like, that was always a common thing. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. And now, even with James, she's starting off with lack of trust. I'm just glad he made it to the end of trial, honey. I'm not going to lie. For that, I am eternally grateful. That I think saved the Torres family a lot of torment. I've asked God for guidance, so we'll see how the day unfolds. It's all for my good. Rest and relax and reminisce. Heart, love you in the meantime and always. Incoming from Lana regarding today, August 25th. Jack, lol, called me at 7:54 this morning, my time. I am not a morning person, but my cat had woke me up. Yesterday, he called me again after I called you and spent another hour on the phone with me talking in depth about the strategy he has to defend you. He seemed extremely excited to lay it on the line for you. I really believe that if he and you can go forward and the game playing and the nervousness and the BS stops, his defense in concert with your really good charm and personality seen in court will exonerate you. We left the phone call yesterday feeling really optimistic if the two of you can collaborate together. This morning at 7:54 he called me and sent me a case from Florida called Wagner v. Florida, which is an appeals case. He asked me to read the case from start to finish, not the summary, but the actual case start to finish. It was a ton of pages to read and took me an hour, but I told myself that you are worth it. And if it saves your life, I'm willing to step up and put in my share of the hard work even today to protect you. I'm not going to discuss the similarities of that case versus yours, but James had paid a paralegal $1,000 to look at the extensive case library of all state cases plus appellate cases to see if there was a reason why the defense he has designed would not work. She found Wagner v. Florida. So that was the one that was repeated where it can't be an accident and self-defense. This once if he had this soon before he even put in his notice of appearance, I'm surprised that well, you guys know my thoughts. Ridiculous, or as Sarah would like to say, ridiculous. I asked James first why this case makes Sarah's defense disqualified. He explained how he saw it. Then he asked me what I thought. I know I was fighting for your life, so I told him the serious flaws in his way of looking at it, that even though there were some elements in the case that looked similar to Sarah's, they were fundamentally different and were apples to oranges. I explained why, piece by piece. When I finished, he was silent for several seconds, and I just sat there to dead silence. Then he said, "Can you please type up what you said, what you just said, and how you just articulated that for me? Question mark, question mark. I really think you're right, but I want my lawyer friend to see it. I think you made the argument. Why didn't you go to law school? Question mark, question mark. Oh no." I just laughed. He got off the phone with me really excited. He said he had been, you want more? Okay, can I have 1 minute? And then I'll get you more? You want to meet me in the kitchen? Take this with you. Oh, okay. I'll be right there. He got off the phone with me really excited again. He said he had been wavering because he didn't want to look like a fool on television. Well, that didn't age well. And I told him there are no real losers in a case. That people respect Marsha Clark and Chris Darden as much as they do G. Lee Bailey and Johnny Cochran. I don't think Chris Darden ever got the same respect that Johnny Cochran got. I don't know. Am I off, you guys? Does Chris Darden hold the same respect that Johnny Cochran did? I mean, we all know OJ was guilty. The O.J. Simpson case. I also told him that your case, Sarah, will be a benchmark case and future lawyers and judges will refer to it for decades to come. I also said a dissenting opinion holds just as much gravitas as a majority or chosen opinion. Both sides can be learned from and respected by students and lawyers and judges and paralegals. Did Owens need like a little ego boost? But I told him it'll have to be the state who loses this case because you have a strong and sound defense that just withstood its first argument. He hung up after thanking me a number of times, and I promptly fell asleep with my cat purring in my lap. Eh? Thanks for your kind words about my dad. I think I made him proud today. You're awesome. So, yeah, I think the delusion about Sarah's case was not just with talking with Sarah because there's no way. I mean, and like Mr. J said it, and Judge Kranick was on it. Like, what about Wagner? What about Wagner? What about Wagner? And it's interesting because I think one time in one of the chats, Lana said we didn't know about Wagner at that time, but clearly they knew before they went to trial, and they still tried like the accident on purpose. And I think also, aside from that, the fact that Sarah went on about it was a good day, it was a good day. Maybe that's what tied them to like it was an accident on purpose. Like I said earlier, I just think Henderson should have been in those other meetings with Dr. Warner and Dr. Harper because it just wasn't cohesive. Do you know what I mean? It was always broken. And it's like when you get to it's like the Adelson defense, the Charlie Adelson defense. If you just look at some of these elements in isolation, sure, it's possible that it's plausible. But when you look at the totality of the circumstances, it doesn't make sense. Like it couldn't have been a good day. And then she was so afraid for her life that she zipped him in the suitcase and went to sleep. Didn't call the police. Like, if she thought he was really going to live, let's just give her drunkenness the benefit of the doubt. Didn't she think he would be really pissed after being in the suitcase for 10 to 12 hours later? Like, I would be more afraid then. When was she going to call the police or get help? Why didn't she wheel the suitcase outside and call the police or lock it in the bathroom and wait for the police to get there? Do you know what I mean? It never was cohesive, but it sounds like Lana was in hook, line, and sinker. So, okay, I'm going to cut it short. We're at an hour and 18, but the boss is up. So what am I going to do? Hopefully the next one I'll carve out more time. I did the Lana and I text first, so tomorrow night I'll start with these because I want to see I want to see what she says about the evidence that she viewed with Billy, and I want to see as she's prepping for that first appearance that Owens makes, and she's sitting over there all post-coital. I want to hear what that is up. So that'll be in our next video of the text message. messages. But before all of that, I will talk to you all in the chat. I'll talk to you later. Toodles.